Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Veterans Rink here in West Haven for tonight's CIAC game between your Indians of Guilford High School and the visiting Spartans of Amity. I'm Dean Cornelio, Jeff Horton behind the camera. The Indians, winners of 3 straight, enter play with a record of 10-3-1 overall. Amity comes in with a record of 5-10. They won their last game that was just last night by a score of 5-4 over Watertown Pomperog to break a 5-game losing streak. They were 4-5 at one point and lost 5 in a row. They need to win 3 of their last 5 to qualify for the state tournament. The Indians will start Chad Faulkner-Filosa in net, Derek Nelson, Ryan Moore in defense, Horton Ring and Fitzgerald as the forward unit. And Fitzgerald faces it off against Riley Hine. Picked up by 20, Luke Sacramone. Joining them is number 8, Joe Bianchi, team's leading scorer with 15 goals. Play behind the Amity net. Nick Nuzzolo, the starting netminder for Amity. That's Bianchi cutting around Nelson. Tried to drop it in the middle, went off a Horton. Now centered again, broken up by Fitzgerald. Horton, drop pass. Nobody there, coming late was Mackey. Then he got knocked down. Picked up by Eric Dyken, number 17, ahead to Bianchi. He'll shoot one, and Faulkner-Filosa down in the butterfly and holds on. Mackey won it back. Off the face-off win against Brett McNeil. And here's Venter. John has scored in 2 of the last 3 games. All victories for these Indians. All 1-goal victories, too. They're winning some close ones. That's a good sign as we get closer to playoff time. Doyle. Near side. Picked up by Walker. Aaron pass intercepted. Walker, Doyle's shot blocked by DeGorsey. Slapped in high over the net, and it's DeGorsey backboard, senior defenseman. D to D. Ryan Hauser up the boards, and Amity out of the zone. Having to wait was 24 Baddick before he got the shot off. Slapper over top by Moore. Comes all the way out to center ice to Nelson. And that hits him. Bad glass support right in on Faulkner-Filosa. He had to be alert. Good outlet. Mike Ring. Here's Donahue. Gets the return pass. And that's intercepted. Bad pass up the middle. The one-timer. Just wide. Shot taken by 21 Seymour. That was Seymour to Seymour. Matt Seymour over to Keating. And not able to finish it off the bad pass from Brian Donahue. High off the glass, kicked forward. And it's taken by Dyken. Nice off the boards feed. Horton will shoot, Fitzgerald. Fitzy's shot blocked, and Amity off the other way. Sacramone. Collision with Nelson. Backhander, they score! And that one snuck in short side on Faulkner-Filosa. Just 3:20 into play. And I believe that was Bianchi. So the Spartans gain the early edge. The Spartans are a Division I team despite their record. They play a very difficult schedule. Hine and Sacramone get assists on the Bianchi goal. Bianchi's 16th. But Amity plays the likes of West Haven, Notre Dame, St. Joe's, Fairfield Prep. We're talking about top-notch opponents here. So their record is not indicative of the kind of team they are. Shot blocked. And as I mentioned, they need to win 3 of their last 5, so you can bet they've got this one marked on their calendar as a must-win. Much like the last game we called for you against, as Guilford took on the Wethersfield Eagles. Guilford rallied from a 3-0 deficit to win in overtime. Over top to Cage. These teams have played one common opponent in Cheshire. Amity has lost twice to Cheshire, both close scores, 3-2 and 2-0. The Indians have split with Cheshire, winning here 3-2, losing at Wesleyan 4-0. Cataruzza drops it back, and Venter returns it to Cataruzza. Flips inside the Amity line. Indians are offside. Donahue has to regain the line. Probably should have been blown there as it hit Baddock's skate. Baddock will dump in. Mike Ring giving chase. Hits his man. Now Baddock tried to play it back. Didn't get much on that. Nelson steps in to help. Baddock pass. No one there except the gold and black of Amity. And they dump it down on Faulkner-Filosa. Fitzgerald, he had the game winner against Wethersfield the other night, and is the owner of a beautiful snow angel, as he did right at center ice at that Newington Arena. Fitz caught some slack for that celebration, but it was a beautiful one there at center ice, and well deserved after the comeback and the beating he took during that game. Ring played it low. Fitzgerald will shoot one, try to stick it short side. And it's Nuzolo with the stop. Fitzgerald against McNeil. It's Billy Ring shooting one. Nuzolo again goes down. No rebound to be had for the Indians. Tried again, Fitz and Riley Hine. Cleared between the Indians' point men. Moore running out of real estate on that side. No icing. Goaltender plays it. Kept in by Nelson. He flips near corner. Horton. Man, nice look up top. Moore back to Horton, left for Amity. And that slapper blocked by Moore. Shot, but stopped by Faulkner-Filosa. Rebound lay right out in front. 8.5 to go, first period. Amity with a 1-0 lead on the 16th goal of the season by Joe Bianchi. That one, an odd carom, now shot over top the net by Eric Dyken. Indians scurrying in their own zone a little bit now. It's finally cleared. Sent over to Sacramone, assistant captain. Solkins lumbering in. He finds the puck. Donahue set up on the wing. Mike Ring going to the net. Solkins, Donahue calling for it behind the net. Donahue took both men down the exchange. He got a 2-for-1 deal on that hit as DeGorsi and Solkins both hit the ice. Glove down. Cataruzza will slap when it was deflected by Ring over the net. Ring. Backhander in front. He tried to dive at it and play it back. Instead, it's picked up by 21 Keating Seymour. Big hit there. Baddock. He's been known to do that. Flipped to Baddock, and Baddock subsequently gets dropped at the blue line by Nick Santini. Cataruzza, 6:40 to play in a fast-moving first period. Off a Baddock stick. Sent to the Indians' defense, it's Cataruzza. Here's Baddock at the tail end of his shift. He'll go for a change. Fitzgerald and company out for Guilford. Here's Billy Ring. Ring. Pass across intended for Horton. Horton bumps his man. Puck still in the zone. And now Amity able to clear to center. John Venter. Laid it back for Cataruzza and Billy Ring to Fitzgerald. Nice look across. Walking in is Horton. He's got a lane. Oh, and a pad save by Nuzolo. Horton. Good opportunity. Best for the Indians here tonight. And unable to convert. Now the other way. Sent in by Simone. Haven't had a whistle here for a good chunk of time. 3 to 4 minutes now. Here's DeGorsey. And finally, that'll go for icing and a whistle face-off back in the Amity zone. 4:57 to play, first period. Mackey down low to Donahue. Played off the boards to center ice. That one hit the official, maybe went into the bench, and we get a whistle. Indians, this is their second game in 3 nights. Excuse me, second game of 3 this week. As I mentioned earlier, they beat Wethersfield. Today it's Amity, and in 2 more days they got to play a league game against Milford down at Milford's home ice. Big hit there. Centering right into the slot. Kept in at the right point. Floated one over the net. Donahue comes back for it. End around. Falkins. Garrett flips off the boards. And again, quickly sent back into the Guilford zone by Nick Santini. Under 4 minutes to go, opening period. Ring dumps it in. Big hit there. Nelson got the better of his opponent. Cataruzza stepping on to help. Ring gives a look. Has a little bit of room. Hit Riley Hine, who now has the puck, and dumps in as his unit goes for a change. Cataruzza leaves it for Baddock. Delayed offsides. Dumped in. Cataruzza collided with one of the Spartans. And it's Venter. Retreats around the dasher. Cataruzza didn't get much on that. Look out, they got a chance in front. Rolls away from the Amity player. Indians catch a break there. And with some room now. It's Venter. He'll wind and slap. Didn't get all of that one. Baddock. Baddock hit from behind. Cataruzza, and that goes into the netting for a whistle. Fitzgerald. Again, Seymour right on goal. Horton. One towards the net, and the Indians almost capitalized. Now Faulkner Filosa misplays it in front, creating a dangerous situation in front of his net. I think Chad just likes to keep things interesting down there. Billy Ring. Here's Ring again. Trying to force it where two Amity Spartans are. And now skates it out of the zone. Fitzgerald shoots. And the goaltender Nuzzolo with the stop. Mackey, Salkins, and Doyle for Guilford. High off the glass. Sacramone skates around the other way, and out come the Spartans. Pass behind Riley Hine. Bouncing puck, glove down. That's DeGorsey. Hit the stick of Ryan Moore, negating any icing possibilities. Just over a minute to go, and play on right in front. Now it's back to the right point. Towards the net. Deflected wide. Here's Doyle. DeGorsey. He'll wrist one. Under a minute to play. Indians again have trouble clearing. Now with the line changing, Moore is going to take the icing, and it'll come back to Guilford territory. 43.1 seconds to go, first period. Only goal so far came 3:20 in by Joe Bianchi. Off the boards. With speed, Horton stops. Plays it into the middle. Billy Ring was in front of the net, but in his way was Eric Dyken. Intercepted that. 25 to play. Amity defense backs up. Knocks the puck away. Hand pass will be whistled against Amity. 16.3 to go. Fitzgerald right on goal. And Nuzzolo the stop. Nuzzolo 4.785 goals against average coming into play. They've been outscored 61-35 of the Spartans this season. Right across the crease and out of the zone. Look out, a late chance for Bianchi. And Faulkner-Filosa the stop. And finally the clock runs out, and Indians may have been saved by the bell there as the Spartans were buzzing in their zone. Bianchi with that last second opportunity. So 10-6 the shots in the period favoring the Indians, but the scoreboard is what matters after one period of play. Amity Spartans 1, Guilford Indians no score. Ready for the start of second period action here from East Haven. Amity leads 1-0 after one period of play. Nice visit up here from John Knapp and Gary Drake, who helped us out a lot and done good work also with the girls team, also do good work with the lacrosse team, so they're all over the place as well. Good to see them up here visiting. The Fitzgerald unit starts out, and it's Amity skating out the other way in transition. Nice drop pass. Billy Ring put it right on the stick of Joe Bianchi. And here's Horton. Horton had a good chance in the first period on a breakaway. Goaltender made a pad save on him. Best scoring chance of the night for Guilford. Glove down. Ryan Moore trying to gather it in. Horton will skate it down. Matt still with it. And it's Mackey flipping towards the net. Nuzzolo got a stick on it. And out come the Spartans. Moore with a nice poke, though. Moore flips over to Nelson. Salkin steps out on the ice. And he has the puck. Drops it. Nelson will wind and fire. Right in front, it's Mackey. And Amity defenseman got a stick on it before it could reach the net. Mackey had a big goal against Wethersfield in our last game. He tied it up with his tally in the third period. Here's Salkins picking up the loose puck. Salkins moves to the middle. Can't gather it in. Doyle with a hit. We got a penalty coming up. And a hook, I believe, coming up against Amity. Indians on the power play. First one tonight. Venter, he'll shoot. And a glove save there. Venter got the Indians going in that third period of the Wethersfield game, trailing 3-1. He made it 3-2 before Mackey answered just over a minute later to tie it. Sacramone the penalty here for hooking. Cataruzza's shot deflected into the corner. Here's Baddock. Baddock also had a goal against Wethersfield. So good to see him getting the scoring column. Off the stick of Mikey Ring. Baddock gloves it down. To the point, Venter. He's got a shot if he can let it go. Plays it down to the corner. And that was intercepted and cleared as it was intended for Baddock. Cataruzza. Donahue. And the Indians are offside. Baddock preceded the play by a stride. So faceoff will come out to neutral ice. Fitzgerald, Ring, Horton back out there for the final minute 15 of power play time. Fitz thought about taking a slap shot, then had other thoughts, and ended up getting a poke from him. Moore. He'll flip in over the goaltender. Derek Nelson with the keep. Slapper. Oh, just out of the reach of Ring. Here's Moore. Moore will line and fire one. Pad save. Moore steps up. Curling out into the face-off dot and shooting, and then it was deflected. So face-off will stay inside as it was deflected by the Spartans. 40 seconds left of power play time. One over to Nelson. And that may have hit Horton or one of the Spartans on the way to the net. Never reached the goaltender. Final 30 seconds with the man advantage. Moore. Quick outlet to Ring. Ring gets around Bianchi. Shot from the short angle side, and Fitzgerald trying to force it in. Horton as well. And we get a whistle as it was covered by Nuzolo. "13 seconds left of the power play. As I mentioned, John Knapp, Gary Drake were here earlier, and Mr. Knapp is here with us now as well.
Hello,
Good to
Dean.
see you, and thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.
Moore with the shot. Ring. Moore shoots it.
Oh, nice
Rebound
opportunity.
there. And the Spartans kill it off.
It looks like Guilford had opportunities at the beginning.
Here's
And
Ring.
here's one out. Oh,
Oh.
Billy. They had opportunities at the beginning and the end of that power play.
They did, and Ring almost put it just after the power play expired here. Here's Nelson walking in, high slot shooting, intended
You saw him looking for the corner.
stick side high corner, absolutely. And he had a little room there too. Here's Moore, shoots it, deflected, second try at it by Fitzgerald is covered.
Second, third, and fourth try at it by Fitzgerald before they covered him.
Great pressure.
Right.
10:45 to play, second period. Here's Mackey. Salkins back there as well. Comes out to the point, Cataruzza. He winds and fires. Put into the corner by Nuzolo. Mackey bounced it in on goal. And they try and shoot it in there, short side. And the official, though, the Indians pleading their case. The official points to the face-off dot to the left of the goaltender.
There was no question in his mind. He blew the whistle. He didn't see the puck. He called a no goal immediately. No
Probably
question.
poked it in after the whistle.
That's right.
Most likely from, hard to see from here, but Mackey in on that one. Well, 4 Indians were in on that one, but
That's right.
Venter shoots.
In the first third of this period, it's been all Guilford. Pressure, all Guilford.
Doyle into the middle, and the Spartans falling for it and getting it was Seymour. Off the boards, Salkins trying to reach back and play it forward. He does. Mackey in after it. That's DeGorsey. Hit by Mackey. Now Salkins has Mike Ring in front. Mackey as well to the point. Venter makes a move. He's on his backhand, goes forehand. Flip low. Salkins to Ring. The side of the net got in Ring's way. Hate when that happens.
Yeah. It becomes a big net when it's in your way.
And icing against Amity. Fitzgerald, Ring, Horton, Moore, and Nelson. Hauser gets it out of the zone. Here's Moore.
Wow.
Boards. Now Nelson. Again, the Indians' defense very offensive thinking. And Moore will take it at center, and he'll quickly send back in. Fitzgerald had to regain the line. They still have to regain it as Nelson jumped the gun. Carried in, 4-man rush for Amity. Centered across, intended for Luke Sacramone.
Came in knee high. Sacramone tried to get a stick on it for the deflection, but good plan. Execution's difficult in that play.
Absolutely. Guilford ices the puck. .8:31 to go. It'll be Donahue on the draw. He wins it back to Venter. Tried to flip it.
That's
Now,
he caught a player. He caught the Amity player, and the player skated right off the ice.
Donahue slaps one over the net. Baddock in to help. Ring. Baddock tripped up. Here's Cataruzza. Venter will have to retreat. And it's Cataruzza flipping it low. Baddock around. Venter keeps it in. Left point. 7:50 to play. Second period. Rister wide of Muzzolo. Couple of hits there. Ring will shoot one. Wide. Venter able to keep it in, utilizing his speed. Gets there first. Venter going to the front of the net. That's one by Baddock that probably should have been passed. And Baddock skated out of the curled out, and they score. Donahue! Donahue puts it in.
Brian Donahue gets the puck dead center ice. Did not waste time, puts it right into the goal.
And that was a great shot, upper corner by Donahue. So Ring will get an assist, and either Baddock or Venter. Venter was calling for it initially as Baddock curled out of the corner.
Right.
And Baddock elected to keep it, which questioning the decision, but now they score anyway.
Brian Donahue. They gave Baddock the assist.
So Baddock
and Billy Ring, is that right?
Yep.
Donahue from Baddock and Ring.
So they tied at 1. Here's Moore.
Guilford continues with the offensive pressure.
The shots were 10-6 in the first period. Mackey flips on goal. Salkins there as well.
I can't say that the Spartans have more than one shot in this period so far.
Yeah, so far we expect a lot.
6:30 left in the period, 1-1.
Here's Nelson stepping up from his point position. Ring.
I would expect that Amity's after last night's game has to be tired by now.
They did just play 24 hours ago, so depth and manpower.
Right.
Could be as we go later into the game, into the third period. We'll see how that conditioning plays out.
So every little bump and bruise hurts that much more on the second day of a game.
And you have to think that Coach Russo and the Indians realize that and probably talking about that.
That's right.
Glove save there by Nuzzolo. And the later it gets, the more you're going to tell them, dump it deep. Make their players have to skate all the way back.
That's right. That's a good point.
Give them a little extra bump.
That's a good point.
Dump and chase as we get further into the game instead of carrying it in, which makes it easier on the Amity squad. That will go for icing against the Spartans. 5:53 to play, second period. Played back to Cataruzza. Into the middle, shot, and the hammer with a good opportunity. And Horton.
Was that Horton taking a shot?
Horton with that opportunity.
Was it?
But either way, it didn't go in. So
it was close. That was a good opportunity.
Oh, and that one. All the way down to Faulkner Filosa. Cataruzza.
Oh, boy.
Now, that's not going to be a delay of game, but if the goaltender did it, it might be.
Is that right? When the goaltender
I know in the
kicks
NHL, I don't know the high school rules could be different though. So, but given that that could be a warning, not sure. I didn't see them warn Guilford, but Fitzgerald against Hine on the face-off. Played back again, Fitzgerald winning it. Nelson flips it. Soft flip, trying to spring Billy Ring.
Nice hustle by Billy.
Here's Fitzgerald. Horton. A lot of players whacking away at it. Somebody's got to gain control of that puck. And it's the Spartans.
Jack Fitzgerald.
And it's the Indians. Slow to get up.
Yo, he's on the ice without a glove on. It's a dangerous position to be in.
And again, icing against the Spartans.
So we've got, who do we got out there? Mackey.
And James wins it cleanly. Shot deflected. Donahue, who's got the Indians' only goal so far. Brian's had a good stretch himself.
Here comes the Amity rush.
As he scored against Lyman Hall a couple of games ago and gets one here.
Can't give it up there. Going to be a penalty call on the Indians.
So, Doyle.
Matt Doyle gets a 2-minute penalty. 4:25 left in the second period, 1-1 score. Guilford on a penalty kill.
This will be Amity's first power play of the night. Fitzgerald, Ring, Venter, and Cataruzza, the penalty killing unit. Hit from behind, the call on Doyle, and Venter sends it into the Amity bench. On the draw, Amity controls that one off of Fitzgerald, a double deflection. Venter tried to leave it for Cataruzza. That's kicked to Bianchi. Bianchi, nice flip, and they score! Faulkner Filosa made the initial stop. It got behind him, and Riley Hine put it in. So, Amity gets the lead back with 3:52 to play in the second. Hine the goal, Bianchi the assist.
That's too bad, Dean. It looked like Chad had it in his glove for a moment.
DeGorsey also an assist on the goal. That pass came across from Bianchi to DeGorsey, who got the initial shot. No icing here on the Indians. And the rebound just lay behind Faulkner Velosa. And that's where that extra man helps, right in front of the net.
That's right.
And it was like a slam dunk. So Riley Hine is third of the season. No icing. It's waved off at the last minute down here as well. Here's Derek Nelson. And intended
Offsides.
for Billy Ring, but that was in midair. So icing the call against Guilford. Fitzgerald, the draw against Matt Seymour. Seymour wins it. Slapper and his teammate. And that one's sent wide by Keating Seymour. Jack Fitzgerald ahead to Billy Ring. Ring gets to it first. Taken down shot, short side. Good chance for Matty Horton. He had a breakaway in the first period and had a good chance there. He's had a few opportunities tonight.
Boy, I tell you, Matty Horton handed somebody his lunch right here on the boards to start that rush up the ice.
That's not unusual, though.
That's not unusual.
It's usually hammer time when he's out there. Fitzgerald shoots one. Indians, 3 players bunched together. Now Horton comes to help out as well.
Oh.
Intended for Fitzgerald. Amity got a stick in the way of that. Under 2 minutes to go, second period. Dean Cornelio, Jeff Horton, John Knapp with you here from East Haven. Fitz into the middle for Mackey. Horton with the keep. And that will go for icing against the Spartans. Amity controls the face-off. Kataruza hit as he releases the puck. Got it to Salkins, though. Garrett. And now it's out to center. Venter. Try to play it softly along the boards. Bianchi the other way, offsides as it's carried in by Hine. Already in the zone with Sacramo. Minute 23 to play. Venter off the face-off win by Mackey, ahead to Salkins. Garrett dumps it in. There's that dump and chase that they're going to do.
That's right.
Likely more of again to force this team to have to skate all the way back.
Stretch it out a bit.
Interception by Salkins. Shot never reached the net. Over here, Venter, he's got a cannon and he lets it go. A glove save by Nuzolo.
Tell you, he's having a good game, the goalkeeper for Amity.
Especially this period you were talking about.
Right.
Now, Guilford has had to play primarily down in that zone with the exception of the penalty and the goal here by Amity.
That's right.
Fitzgerald's unit out for the last 101 perhaps. Venter contends with a bouncing puck. Here's a shot, short side, rebound trying to force it in. Was Horton, excuse me. That's Horton, of course. Doing his due diligence.
The finisher.
Non-stop. 51.7 left. This Amity team was 9-10-1 last season, lost in the first round of the state tournament to St. Joe's. But 2 seasons ago, these teams played each other. It was a good game, a 3-1 game. Both teams won their respective state championships that year. The Indians winning Division III, Amity winning Division II in 2009-10. They had a 17-2-1 regular season. So 22 win year overall.
17-2-1, wow.
Yep. To go from 22 wins to 9 is a drop-off, and now they're trying to just get back in the state tournament qualification this year. As I mentioned, they didn't win 3 of their last 5. Venter tried to Get a redirect in front in final 15 seconds. Shot, stop, rebound, lay loose in front. They score! Was that Fitzgerald who poked it in?
8.9 seconds left on the clock in the second period. Guilford scores the equalizer, 2-2.
We've seen that happen against Guilford a couple of times this year. Nice to see them get one in the final 10 seconds.
Right.
And that's big as we go into
Matt Horton.
well, Horton the goal.
Assisted by Billy Ring and Jack Fitzgerald.
So I stand corrected. The hammer gets rewarded after
Another,
chances in
what an
front.
opportunity.
Good opportunity there as time runs out. So the Indians rewarded for their efforts. Late here in the period, Matt Horton evens it up. It should be a good third period after 2.
The shot count coming up.
Yep. Amity only 3 shots. 18 to 3 to shots.
18 to 3 to shots.
You were talking about how dominant it was? Absolutely. The shots tell the story. 18-3, but after 2 periods of play, Amity and Guilford are knotted at 2.
We'll be back.
We are back. The third period underway here from East Haven. Dean Cornelio, Jeff Horton, John Knapp with you. Guilford and Amity are knotted at 2. The Spartans need a victory to keep their playoff hopes alive. The Indians would gain some major points in terms of standings if they're able to gain a win over Amity, because Amity is a Division I team.
That's right. So you pick up the victory points for beating a Division I team, right?
Right. On top of your normal points, you get bonus, so to speak.
Guilford currently sitting at number 1 in the number 1 position, Division II.
Correct.
Oh, Billy Ring gets one to the jaw.
He gets right up, though, like the Energizer Bunny.
Right.
Him and Horton, and that's Horton joining him out there. Throws a hit.
Yeah.
after the puck is released.
Matty Horton going in for a little payback.
Dumped in on goal. Off the boards, Moore's got a cannon, he lets it go.
Oh!
And Horton went in the net, but the puck didn't, so that's not going to count.
Matty Horton tried to tomahawk it in.
Opening minute of the third period. Mackey won it back for Venter. Indians really controlled the play in that second period. 18-3 to shots. Slapper there, stick to side.
And seemed to be on the same pace for this period, Dean.
And again, we'll see if the conditioning ends up, Amity wears down a little bit. 2 games in 2 days.
You can see Amity trying to slow that puck down. Slow the play down. And
Cataruzzo will have to come out to center. Venter the quick return. Mackey for Salkins. Off the wall to center. Venter across. And kept in by Mikey Ring, now out. Nice pass, but Indians took over again. Ring off the boards. Near side, here's Donahue. Donahue had the first Indians goal in front.
Oh.
And a great opportunity for Baddock.
Yeah, he wanted that shot back. He knew it. He knew he had a better opportunity than what he used.
Official talking to Mike Ring. They have a conversation. Donahue stepping into the faceoff circle.
I think the official was telling him that he needs to get a haircut.
Wow.
If I can read lips, Dean, it was something about his hair.
Here's Moore. Donahue. Gets bumped a couple of times. Still manages to control the puck, though. Donahue. He's only a sophomore. He's a big boy for a sophomore. Nelson floated one wide. Ring loses his edge. Maybe his hair got in his eyes there, John. I don't know.
Here it
Look
comes.
out,
Oh.
there's a near Here's a souvenir for us up here. Wow.
Our cameraman, Jeff Horton, almost took one in the teeth.
Fitzgerald's unit out. Kicked out of the face-off circle. Riley Hines. Bianchi steps in. Fitzgerald wins it. Rister sent into the corner. Nelson takes a hit, still able to get it low. Took the best Santini could give him. Now Horton tries to spin out in front. Hines softly off the wall. Has a man breaking on the far side. That's Sagamore. Kept in, right point. Look out, here's a chance.
Dangerous spot for the
Bianchi,
Indians.
right? And Faulkner Filosa able to hold on with the glove. Three and a half into the third period, still 2-2. Indians got a late second period goal to tie it by Matt Horton. Shot over the cage. DeGorsey stepping in. Flipped and back into the Guilford zone. Here's Ring. Fitzgerald curls. Now backhander towards the middle. Trying to get it on goal. Instead it went wide. Cross ice pass. There's Bianchi cutting wide on Venter. Now to the other side. Wheeled it out in front. And it's Fitzgerald. Biding his time. DeGorsey. That's Mackey. James. Salkins tried to play it. That one flipped up in the air. Took a second to find out where it was, locate it. Mackey has it. Doyle in front. Doyle's right there. Tried to poke it in. Goaltender says no. Didn't get a good shot off though.
Yeah,
he
Matty
was tied
Doyle
up.
did well to get his stick on that puck.
And he was tied up with the defenseman. Didn't get all he wanted on the shot, but under 10 minutes to play in regulation. Look out. And Dawkins carrying it. Nice drop to Donahue. Flips. Rebound there. Goaltender made two stops. Donahue up high. Moore shoots. Blocker save. And nice flip pass. Number 13, McNeil. Had it taken from him. Donahue's got some daylight, but puck got caught up in his skates. And a slapper. Goaltender, that was right up near the neck.
The goaltender flinched on that one.
He did. Donahue leaving it for Ring. Get some help from Baddick. Donahue outworking DeGorsey. Baddick, nice look to the point. Nelson over here, Moore. Moore had a defender right in front of him. Ring, that's intercepted.
That might have been a case of one pass too many on that last exchange, I think, Dean.
And Ryan Moore just planted one of the Amity players. That was a takedown. He would have won the match with that takedown if it was a wrestling match. Moore. Flip. To the middle for Ring. Here's Baddick. Ring. Basically spotted up the opponent for Baddick, and that shot goes wide.
Wow.
By Moore. Nelson. That slapped down on goal, so Faulkner Filosa forced to make the save. Ring high off the glass. Horton. Fitzgerald picks that up. He shoots one, and that was deflected. A good stop by the goaltender because that went right off of the defenseman, and the goaltender, Nuzola, had to stop a redirected shot, and he made the save. Mackey, the face-off against Riley Hine. Sulkins. Here's Mackey. James, backhanded to Doyle. Mackey to the point, wide open Venter. Venter has plenty of time and shoots it. Glove save by Nuzolo, and the faceoff will stay deep in the Amity zone. .7:23 to play here in the third. Ian Cornelio, Jeff Horton, John Knapp with you here. Riley Hine adjusts his helmet. And Venter's got to do the same at the point for Guilford.
They're looking for his neck guard. He found it in there. And Guilford will be penalized.
Sulkins. Around to Bianchi. Sulkins. Ring with Mackey. Mackey shouldered. Here's Bianchi, the captain. Nice flip pass. That's going to be a hand pass if they touch it. And it went off of Ring. And we're going to get a penalty for tripping against Amity.
With 6:45 left in regulation, Guilford's on a 2-minute power play.
Sacramone the penalty for tripping. Indians with the man advantage. Bianchi, shorthanded, sends it down. Indians looking to break the deadlock here. Fitzgerald waited a little long to get the shot off. Billy Ring with it to the point. Moore across. Nelson shoots. Goaltender saw it all the way. Ring covers the point while Moore steps up. Moore. Up top, Nelson. Over here, Ring. Ring will walk in, and it went off the defense and just wide. Fitzgerald gives a look. Breaking in is Nelson. And Fitzgerald held onto it. Horton spun around.
Might be a penalty.
And holding on Horton. So the Indians now back to 4-4 for another minute 2. So Matt Horton penalized for holding. That's happened a few times for earlier in the season in particular when the Indians are on the power play. Horton has gotten a penalty in the offensive zone, which frustrated the coaching staff. He's been doing fine of late, had gotten away from that, but this time not an opportune time to take that 2-2 game, chance to pull ahead and then getting an offensive zone penalty while on the power play. 4-4. Slapper over the cage. And
what do they call that?
Off outside.
Did that come? It hit the glass and bounced back, didn't it?
Thought so, although I didn't get a good look.
Sounded like it hit the glass anyways.
50 seconds left of 4-on-4 time. 5:35 to play in the third. Amity 2, Guilford 2. Big game, particularly for Amity. Guilford as well on a 3-game winning streak. I'm looking to gain some points in Division 2 with a win over Division 1 foe. Nice pass across. Doyle. Still with it, into the middle more. Indians making one too many moves. Got to get the shot off and hope for a rebound if it doesn't go in. The goaltender, Nuzola, has done a good job cradling those rebounds, though.
He's done a good job all night.
That's Bianchi. Nice look across. They're on the power play now. Shooting. Faulkner Filosa the save on Joe DeGorsi walking in from the point. 9 seconds left of 4-on-4. And Amity will have the man advantage now. Just looked like they did with their the way they were controlling that puck. And again,
they call it icing, huh?
So icing the call against Guilford. Amity with the power play. Tried to get it across, and fanning on the shot was DeGorsey, who has it now, as the Indians couldn't clear Billy Ring. Bianchi in there. Bianchi. Venter keeping a close eye on him. DeGorsey keeps left point. 25 seconds left on the man advantage. Played deep behind the net. They got a man open in front. Up top and right between the point men, and that'll kill most of the penalty time. DeGorsey. Ring needs a skate sharpener here. Santini. Indians back to full strength. Donahue steps on the ice. Ahead. Indians have a break. It's Fitzgerald. He walks in. Oh. And I think the goaltender got a piece of that. Fitz has a man in front. Donahue feathers it through, and Donahue can't get it on goal. They've taken his eye off at last second. Still in the zone, but Bianchi has it. And that goes off Cataruzza right to the Amity player. Number 20, Sacramone. Just over 3 minutes to go in regulation time. And offsides the call on Amity.
I didn't have the...
3:06 to go. Indians are coming off an overtime game in our last contest against Wethersfield. We're 3 minutes away from that happening. Mike Ring left it for Walker, who skates up the right wing. Oh, and Nelson missed him. Walker shoots over the net. Baddick, a nice little backhand pass. And out comes Nelson. He's got Ring, drops it to him. Ring, the wrists are wide. Baddick, knocked down. Donahue gives a shove to Dane Simone. Wrister, that went off of Amity defender. And Simone played it over for McNeil. McNeil backhanded out just over the outreached glove of Eric Dyken. He gets it to center. Just over 2 minutes to go. Sent wide. Moore. Baddick. Baddick forgot something. Has to wait. And the whistle.
It's going to be a penalty.
Elbowing.
Number 16 for Amity. Simone elbowed Derek Baddick on the way by, right in front of the official.
So
Guilford will be in a power play for the rest of this regulation time.
That penalty goes under the bonehead variety. I mean, I'm sorry to do that in the last 2 minutes. Your team needs a win, and you're doing that.
In front of the official.
In front of the official. I'm not sure the coach, Gary Lindgren, will take too kindly to what happened there, especially if Guilford makes him pay. Here's John Venter. Indians looking for a hero. Fitzgerald did it last game. Here he is, holding on to it. Open up top is Venter. He thought about skating and now gets it up to the point. Morrill shoot. That went off of Billy Ring. And Venter will have to come back for it. Minute 20 left in regulation. If this goes to overtime, there's 7 seconds that will overlap the beginning of overtime where the Indians will still have a man advantage. Fitz. That was broken up by Bianchi. Fitzgerald down low to Horton. Horton plays it back. Slapper right on. Glove save on the shot by Venter.
55 seconds left on the clock.
Mackey, Doyle, and Salkins. Doyle scored a big one to beat Newtown in overtime earlier in the season. Let's see if he can get a big one here. He's parked in front of the net. It's Venter with it. Venter top the circle. Looks over, intended for Salkins. Garrett, and a little miscommunication there. He played it softly back, but right between the point men. Salkins going to the net. That hit the Amity defense. Salkins. Up top, Venter. Under 25 to go. Again, that shot deflected. Here's Moore. Moore, short side, and the goaltender just got a pad on a rebound.
Not done yet. Wow.
Salkins was there.
10 seconds left.
Venter. Down low, Salkins. Venter has it. He's got room to walk in. He gets the shot off. Mackey's in front as well. Doyle. And it looks like time is going to run 2 seconds. And that will do it in regulation. So for the second consecutive game, we're going to go to an 8-minute sudden death overtime period. And we'll be back with that in just a moment. We're back for the start of overtime. Indians outshot Amity 13-4 in the period. 3-period total, according to my stats, 41-13 in shots. Scoreboard shows 2-2. Indians are 2-0 in overtime this season. Matt Doyle beating Newtown earlier in the year. And just 3 days ago, it was Jack Fitzgerald lighting the lamp against Wethersfield and snow angeling it at center ice. So we'll see if we get a repeat of it here. It's Fitzgerald's line starting out. And there should be 6 seconds left on the power play. For some reason that ran out, so they have to put that back up on the clock.
There it is.
And there it is. So here we go. Fitzgerald and Hine. Big game for both teams. Dumped in by Hine, so Amity back to full strength. Fitzgerald. It's Horton. Horton plays it over to Ring. Here's Nelson. Derek had it stripped by Bianchi. In the middle, the shot!
Wow. It looked like that puck danced across the crossbar.
Ring went to help his goaltender, Faulkner Filosa, in front as like an extra goalie. And here's a chance for Fitzgerald. Quick to get back, though.
Looking for help.
Horton to the point. Had to get out of the bouncing puck. Good job by Nelson to get it down deep. Horton, again, throwing his weight around. Here's Ring. Billy. Up top, Nelson. Moore steps in to help out, and it is Bianchi. Indians changing behind the play. Mackey. Nice pass to Bianchi. Bianchi's been out since the start of overtime. Good hit there. Cataruza softly over to Venter. Cross ice. Picked up by Eric Dyken. Glove down. And Venter. Here's Salkins. Garrett will flip it in. And the goaltender, Nuzela, will take the whistle, and the faceoff will stay in the Amity zone. 6:13 to play here in OT. Donahue, he's got a goal tonight. Maybe he can be the hero. Venter with a keep. That's a high hit on Baddock. Got a cross check up near the face mask area. Cataruza. And here's the outlet. Baddock. Baddock, who's improved his play of late. Tripped up. Ring. Here's Venter. He's got room. He shoots one.
Hard shot.
Cataruza. Baddock. Cataruza will take it. That is blocked. But Cataruza plays it low.
Amity clears the zone.
Flipped in, and that's going to go for icing against Guilford. Not an opportune time for that. So the Indians have played 3 consecutive 1-goal games, all victories, and this is guaranteed to be a 1-goal game or the tie. And icing against Guilford.
So, Dean, what is how does a tie affect Guilford? Guilford has enough points for the. It's just playoff seedings at this point. Is that right?
Correct. This is not a league game per se, not SEC Division II game. So it's just for states. It more affects Amity because Amity needs
the
wins.
Points. Right.
At 5 and 10, they can't afford to. Oh, here's Ring.
Ooh.
They need 8 or they need 7 wins and 2 ties to qualify. Nelson shoots. That hit Horton on the way to net. Ring was parked in front, now the other way. Riley Hine. And here's Bianchi trying to get that loose puck. Instead it's Horton. 2-on-2 with Ring. Dumped in. They'll go for a change. Played across for Hine. Carries in. Shot on Faulkner-Filosa. Nelson. Hit. Sacramone with the clear. Backhand try right on. Faulkner-Filosa. Good stop there. Backhand is the hardest shot to judge. It's the hardest shot to stop.
Comes off the stick slow. It's like a change.
You don't know if it's going to be high. You don't know if it's going to be low. And Chad did a good job with that one with 4:14 remaining in the 4th period.
That was the best opportunity Amity's had this overtime period.
Correct. Here's Mackey. He dumps in. Nice look up top. Cataruza had to knock down a bouncing puck, so that was a good play by him, or else Amity could have been off to the races. Salkins trying to work it to the front of the net. Venter. Off the wall to Salkins. Garrett winds and shoots off of Eric Dyken. Here's Venter. Johnny's got it at center. Or I should be calling him Vonnie. That is his nickname.
Vonnie, is that right?
He told me last game. And
I saw the interview. I thought they were calling him Bonnie with a B.
Wow, that's a shot. Here's Vonnie over to Cataruza. Cross-ice, Baddock gets it in. Mikey Ring to it first. That's time to make a play. Baddock flips it towards the net. Donahue parked in front.
Donahue was screened by the defender on that. He couldn't see the shot leave the stick and didn't know that the rebound had come through.
Trying to screen the goaltender as well.
That's right.
And icing on Amity with 2 minutes, 48 seconds to play in overtime. Who's going to be the hero? We'll find out in the next 2:48. Will there be a hero?
There's always a hero, Dean.
Shot, redirect, right on, loose
Matty
puck.
Horton in the middle of it.
Off the boards, out of the zone. Fitzgerald at center. Nice pass up to Ring. Ring will shoot it, blocked by DeGorsi. Nelson reaches the center stripe and dumps wide. Horton, he'll get to it. Him and Ring communicate. Ring. And Horton was hit by Hauser. Ring all over the place. Here's Horton. Fitzgerald has it. Up top. Nelson has more. Top circle. Shoots. Rebound. Oh, the official lost sight of it. The puck was loose. Horton was there. The official lost sight. The official on the back door lost sight of it. And the face-off will stay low.
Boy, that was a quick whistle, Dean.
It was the official doing the right thing, though, by not
timeout.
seeing it. And we're going to get a timeout, so we'll take this
1:56
pause
left.
in the action. We'll see what happens. Face-off going to be in the Amity zone with 1:56 to go.
We'll be back.
So Fitzgerald, Ring, and Horton, Nelson, and Moore. Hine kicked out of the face-off circle. Somebody take the face-off. There you go. Luke Sacramone, thank you for stepping in.
Jack Fitzgerald calling for him to drop the puck.
Jack's no dummy. Ring in front. Across. And Hine picks it up. Riley skates in, and
Offside.
too many moves at the blue line put his teammates offside. 1:36 to go in overtime. Amity wins it. Springs the man there in the right wing. It's Bianchi. He just dumped it in though. Ring hit. Got rid of the puck. And here's Nelson. Nelson has a man go to the net, and a save by Nuzolo. The Nelson shot. Look out. Here's a chance. Bianchi. That's where they want to get it. Nelson, a great play. Got to tell you, Derek Nelson made a similar play against Conard in overtime. That was another overtime game I should have mentioned, where the Indians tied 0-0. Conard had a chance to win it on the break. Nelson came out of nowhere and knocked the puck away, a diving play. That one he knocked away from Bianchi here in the late stages of overtime, now under a minute to go.
Well, he came back from that rush up ice and really hustled the whole way back there.
Yeah, he's nonstop. That shot wide by Amity. Centering pass broken up.
30 seconds left.
Here's Salkins. Garrett. Garrett has it still. Has a man up top. That's Venter. Venter will shoot.
Oh!
Salkins
Oh.
puts it. And is that? No, Mackey had a good chance to end it. Venter again. 12 seconds to go. Where's the puck? It's in somebody's equipment. And we get the whistle with 7.9 to play. I wonder if we'll get another timeout here. Fitzgerald's unit comes back out. Venter and Cataruzza playing the points, and we will get our last timeout. Final 8 seconds. Indians just had a golden opportunity to win it as Garrett Salkins nearly jammed it in. So Fitzgerald take the face-off. Moore and Venter at the points. And that's going to be a hand pass, and it's offside. So 3 seconds left. Face-off will come outside. That pretty much will do it after Amity won the face-off. And Joe DeGorsey got it just outside the blue line. Now Amity's going to make an interesting move. 3 seconds is generally your safe haven. They pull the netminder, and they're going to put 6 attackers out for the final 3 seconds. It's really hard for the opponent to shoot the puck down into the empty net in that amount of time. So 6 attackers for Amity. Again, they need the win. The tie doesn't do them much unless they get another tie. And that will do it, as Billy Ring couldn't control it to shoot it down the ice. So I'm going to try and get some post-game reaction from this. It should be interesting with the shots on goal and this heavily favoring Guilford, how they feel about this tie. They certainly had the momentum. They just couldn't solve the goaltender a third and final time.
Yeah,
certainly a good effort.
Absolutely. I mean, there was hustle up and down the ice by the Guilford Indians. They just couldn't they had opportunities, they just couldn't put it in.
So it's the Indians' second overtime tie. Again, the previous one against Conard. They've won 2 overtime games. They're 2-0-2 in overtime games. And they keep their unbeaten streak alive. They had won 3 straight coming in. They're now 3-0-1. So they go to 10-3-2 on the season. Again, Amity in a peculiar spot now, 5-10-1 on the campaign. So they need to still get to 8 wins. So we're going to try and come back for some post-game reaction. John, thanks for coming up and joining us here.
Right.
And
Jeff, thank you for working that camera.
And we will be back with more. Indians and Amity end up in a 2-2 tie.
Good night, team.
We're back here with Indians forward Brian Donahue. Brian, thanks for taking the time. Congratulations on a good game for yourself. You got that goal. You guys were down 1-0. Describe the goal you scored to tie it.
Well, I just remember the shift before that, Jack Fitzgerald and coach saying, plant yourself in front of the net. That's where we're going to get the goals this period. And, you know, I just put myself in front of the net and popped one in. Great pass by Derek Baddock. He really found me there, working him on the boards, found me in front. You know, we popped it in. That was a huge lead. We took a huge gust of wind from that.
So it's tied 1-1. They get the lead back from you.
Yep.
And then Matt Horton scores with under 10 seconds to go in the period. You guys have had that happen against you a couple times.
Yeah.
Nice to get one for you going your way. How much did that help?
You know, that was huge. I mean, coming from we getting scored on us, that's a big blow. So, I mean, that really put the team back a notch, and we really took it to them. We found our edge on the second period, and the first period wasn't so good, but the second period ended strong, and we tied it up. So we looked pretty strong coming into the third.
And of course, it ends in a tie. You guys outshot them by a great amount.
Yeah.
Only ended in a tie for you. What was the overall feeling of the team, and what was the message by the coaches after the game?
You know, I mean, it's a tie. A tie is better than a loss, but it's not as good as a win. And Coach was saying that the rest of the games are going to be just as hard, if not harder than that one. So we're going to be looking at this as a base to just work better than we did today, and we'll come out with a few W's for the next few games.
And you're one of the vocal leaders on the team. I mean, outspoken. How do you try and channel that? Being only a sophomore, that's a great trait to have, but how do you try and channel that to help the team?
You know, I just try to tell the kids, keep their heads up. You know, when we get a goal scored on us, you know, just get out there and score again. And, you know, I just try to keep everyone in line.
Now, you have Milford coming up. That's a league game, of course. It'll be your third game this week. What do you expect in there?
You know, we got to come out stronger than we did today. And, I mean, it's going to be just as challenging as today. And we'll see how it goes.
Okay, now, what's your favorite pregame meal?
I'll have to say a piece of pizza.
Piece of pizza?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's better than eggs for Jack Fitzgerald.
Well,
but
you know Jack, he's very superstitious, I mean.
Okay, who's had, I asked him this, what's your opinion on the best pasta party, pregame pasta party this season? Who's had it? Anybody?
I can't
pick one?
I can't pick one. They've all been fun. I mean, the guys, it's hard not to have a great time every single time.
Favorite movie maybe of all time?
Probably Miracle. You know, watch that a lot.
You try and use that speech?
Yeah.
The Herb Brooks speech?
I listen to that Herb Brooks speech all the time when I'm looking for some motivation.
How about what's on your iPod?
Some Slipknot, some Metallica, you know, some, 90s grunge, just to get me warmed up for the game. You know, just the classics. I don't like any of this new stuff. I mean, keep it light, get focused.
So your tastes are a little different than Venter, I would say, who's a little techno.
Yeah, Venter's techno. Most of the guys on the team are techno. I'm not into that new age stuff. I mean, it doesn't really get me that pumped.
Got about 5 games left in the regular season here. As we look to the stretch run, your evaluation of the team, what do you feel you most need to work on as we head into playoff time?
Well, final stretch, we gotta work on finishing the puck, because we haven't really been putting in many goals that we have as the beginning of the season. So we just put those pucks in the net and we're golden. I mean, we've worked on so much stuff this entire year. We've gotten to be a very great team from the beginning of the year to right now. We've worked really hard. I think we're going to finish the year strong. Who'd see us in the state finals.
Let's hope it ends in that run. Brian, thanks a lot. Great game tonight. Thanks for your time. That's going to wrap it up from here. Indians tie Amity 2-2 for Jeff Horton, John Knapp. I'm Dean Cornelio. Good night from East Haven. We'll see you next time against Milford.